And I was like, no, I've never had a boyfriend. Why it's like hitting me so hard this time is the fact that she had the audacity to ask by choice. And I just sit there and I'm like, no, it's not by choice.
Mic check, mic check. This is the Midwest Perspective, and in today's video, we're talking all things loneliness. Bit of an interesting topic, but you're seeing massive amounts of loneliness across the U.S., especially with the rise of everyone being on their phones. I mean, hey, you watching this video may be feeling some of that. So I've got a bunch of clips here. They're really interesting, and I want to just hop right into it. So let's get started.
You know, I realize lonely ain't just being or feeling like you by yourself or alone. Lonely could also be like you being around hella but nobody fuck with you or understand you, or nobody really hearing what you're saying, or nobody really appreciating your presence or your time, or you just looking out for them or showing your hand a certain way and nobody really appreciate that. That could feel lonely. You know what I'm saying? You could be having a room full of motherfuckers, but feel like the only one in that, you know what I'm saying, that got your back and, you know what I'm saying, that really cares about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you alone don't mean you really lonely. You know what I'm saying? Being alone may be better for you than being around a hell of motherfuckers who don't give a fuck about you.
There is no worse feeling than being with a group of friends or with a group of people and not feeling respected enough to even want to be there. It's a very strange feeling that leads into that second clip where you feel like you're there, but you're not really there, you know, spiritually. It's a very strange place, similar to this next clip that we'll see.
This girl at work said something to me the other day, and I like can't get it out of my head. I heard a baby around her. I was like, oh God, that's free birth control for me. And she's like, oh, that makes me think of my little baby. And I was like, yeah, I'm too selfish. I don't want kids. Like, I have a dog. That's enough for me. A couple of days later, she's like, so you don't want kids, but you have a dog. Do you have like a boyfriend or anything? And I was like, no, I've never had a boyfriend. She was like, how old are you? And I said, 27. She's like, and you've never had a boyfriend? And I like never really cared. But there's something about her like saying that really hit me this time, because like I've never been on even like 2 dates with the same person. Like, even guys I've talked to or like hooked up with, they'll slowly stop talking to me, and then I find out they have a girlfriend or they get into a new relationship like a week later. And like when I was younger and I didn't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, I'd be like, it's because I'm fat. I used to weigh like 320 pounds. I lost 160 pounds. It's not like I'm being hit up every day, every week, even every month with like people in my DMs or like messaging me on Snapchat trying to get with me. It's like no one hits me up. It's not even like I'm being selective with who I'm picking and like turning people away. It's just like people aren't coming up to me, and I don't understand. Not like I have an issue with people like wanting to hook up with me, but if it tries to go a step further, they're like, absolutely not, no. I don't want to just like hook up with random people that I don't know, so I'll tell people that I don't want to hook up with them until I know them, and then they're like, well, you're a prude. I'm like, I literally can't win. Why it's like hitting me so hard this time is the fact that she had the audacity to ask by choice, and I just sit there and I'm like, no, it's not by choice. When I was younger, I was like, oh, it's because I'm fat. Oh, it's because I'm fat. Once I lose weight, I'll have no problem. And now that I'm like not fat, I'm just like, what is it? What is the reason? So now I'm gonna finish my energy drink and hit the gym until I can't feel my emotions anymore. Maybe that's the reason.
I've been single my entire life. I'm going to be turning 42 in August, and I've never had anybody love me or desire me or want to be with me. And I have so much love that I feel like that is inside of me with nowhere to go, because it can't transfer to friends or my family or my parents, because it's something separate, it's something different. And I've gathered all of this love since I was in high school, and then it just sits there and it eats me alive sometimes. And I'm bringing this up, oh my gosh, I just slammed my hand off of that. Sorry, I'm bringing this up because I'm lonely and sad, and the world is hard and horrible. And I was thinking this morning that like no one's laid next to me in bed. I've never had the comfort of someone's arms around me. When I've had difficult moments, I've gotten through them, by myself most of the time. Now I have a beautiful family of brothers and my mother and my dad when he was alive, and I love them. I'm grateful for them. But there's something different about having somebody that's there for you, next to you, with you, and it's a different kind of loneliness if you've been single all of your life. And I know that there are people who get this. There are people who follow me that get this. But I was thinking about it in terms of just bigger worldly issues as well. The fear of the world and the difficulties that we are seeing. And again, this is minuscule on the level of what some people are facing, but it doesn't mean that it's nothing. And I have to figure out how to deal with these feelings. But the idea that, like, I don't go home and somebody's there to talk with and cook dinner with, and I have a roommate, but we do our own things. We have our own lives. And again, it's not the same. It's not the same. And I'm always told sometimes as a single person that it's not easier on the other side. And so I guess I just wanted to say to people who get this feeling that you're not alone, and I know that it's difficult, but I also know that there's a certain type of strength that has been developed that I have because of my experiences in my life that has led me to be able to do difficult things. And it's difficult being alone, and it's okay to feel lonely, and it's okay for it to feel hard and scary. So just know that you're not alone, and know that I see you, and I'm there with you, and I'm still seeking to find ways to make it easier for myself. And I really, really do wish to make it easier for others. So if you're lonely, know that I'm sorry, and know that I'm sitting in the lonely with you. I hope you have a good day, everybody.
So I wanted to put those 3 clips back to back because I feel like they really show that for a lot of people, having a relationship with someone beyond just friendship can mean so much more through the challenges of life that you face, and really trying to understand what it is to have purpose outside of your just day-to-day patterns that you go through. Especially as you age, it feels like time seems to be going by faster and faster, and social media just makes it worse. You basically see all of your friends or people that you know keep moving on with life, and sometimes you compare yourself and cross-reference it to a point where you just feel a level of self-loathing that's not productive and just makes you feel, as the last clip kind of described, just sad or empty. But that's why trying to find value in the things that you do, disconnecting every now and then, maybe not watching this video or my videos and touching grass is a good thing to do. But I think this video, probably will not do too well, and that's okay. But I think it's definitely something within the context of the Midwest perspective, right? There is a looming crisis of loneliness and being disconnected, always online, not talking to anyone in real life, and not building those connections that I think is a very valuable viewpoint to see. Anyway, if you made it to the end, you're still watching, I appreciate it. Consider dropping a like, a comment. I read every single one, and check out some of the other videos I've got. Really appreciate you stopping by. Have a good day. Peace.